Good afternoon. If you have ever had days of feeling tired of being stuck in the same old patterns, tired of comparing yourself to others, or tired of feeling like you should be further ahead in your life, take a breath. You're not behind. In fact, you're more on track than you realize. And in today's video, I've got some soul medicine that will help you understand why right now you're exactly where you need to be and how letting go of that pressure can lift your spirits and see your life from a higher perspective and help you feel hopeful again about the path you're on. So, let's get started. So, being tired isn't just a sign you're doing too much. It's a sign you're carrying pressures about your life. Pressure from old beliefs about how fast you should grow, what you should have achieved by now, and how your life is supposed to look. But the soul in you sees your life in an entirely different way. It isn't grading you or watching the clock or making comparisons at all. Your soul sees the truth underneath your struggles, your choices, and even the parts of your life you think are mistakes. And when you can see your life from the eyes of your soul, you'll see why you're exactly where you need to be. So let's look at what's really been weighing you down and stealing your peace. And in a moment, I'll show you why the very things you call setbacks may be the reason you're actually further along than most people. So many times we forget that life is a process, and sometimes that process requires slowing down. Let's look at your own life. Have you ever had times when you were recovering from heartbreak, illness, trauma, or loss? Or maybe you were rebuilding confidence after somebody broke it. Maybe you were simply trying to stay afloat during a time that felt heavier than you ever expected. These moments aren't setbacks. They're part of being human. That's why if you have the belief that you should be further along in your life than you are, that is not the truth. The truth is, you're further along than you think because you've survived things you never imagined you could. You've grown in ways you don't give yourself enough credit for. And you've become someone with depth and compassion and awareness. And that is not falling behind. That is becoming who you were meant to be. And here's something else your soul knows about you. Your soul knows that you are not here to race through your life. You're here to grow through it and have it unfold in its own timing. There is no one else like you, and no one else has lived your life, carried your burdens, or walked through your lessons. And when you really see that, you'll realize that you're much further along than most, and that's why right now you're exactly where you need to be. So when you believe that you're behind in your life, it's also easy to believe that you think you've wasted too much time. So what does that mean exactly? You partied too much, stayed in the wrong relationship, trusted the wrong person, avoided responsibility, chased the wrong dream, didn't take life seriously enough? Well, not according to your soul. Your soul knows there's no such thing as wasted time. Every season of your life has a purpose. You were learning things you couldn't have learned any other way. You were growing in ways you didn't recognize at the time. So the real question is, have you learned from all this? That's all that matters to your soul, because your soul doesn't see mistakes. It sees who you've become because of them. And it knows there's value in messing up, because that's how you grow wise. And when it comes to time, well, you're certainly not running out of that. Your soul knows you're never going to get everything right in one lifetime. You are an eternal being who's literally got all the time in the world. So there is no such thing as wasted time. There's only learning and growing and becoming. Everything you've lived has shaped you into who you are today. And that's why right now, you're exactly where you need to be. And this is why it's so important to get rid of this next belief where you think you've missed your chance about something. Life never gives you just one window of opportunity. It gives you lots. And if something didn't happen before, It's not because you missed your chance. It's because the timing wasn't right for who you were then. You weren't ready, or the people around you weren't right, or the path you were on wasn't aligned with the person you were becoming. Hey, maybe you needed more wisdom, confidence, or healing. Maybe you needed the wrong people to fall away so the right ones could show up. And this next part is the reason you haven't missed your chance, not even close. So here is what your soul knows without doubt. Whatever is meant for you doesn't disappear. It circles back when you're truly ready to receive it, embrace it, and grow with it. Your soul knows that all the right doors will open when you're strong enough, clear enough, and awake enough to walk through them. So nothing has passed you by. And that's why right now you're exactly where you need to be. And here's one last thing I want to say to you. You have not fallen short because your life hasn't turned out the way you thought it should. That thought came from a much younger version of yourself who didn't yet know what life was all about. Your soul sees that you've grown and survived things that have changed you. You've become someone with far more years of wisdom than your younger self could ever have planned for. And some of the dreams you had back then, well, they simply wouldn't have fit the person you need to be now. So you haven't fallen short. You're not behind. You're evolved. And that's why right now you're exactly where you need to be. So the next time you start telling yourself you're behind, just pause and remember what your soul already knows. Nothing in your life has been wasted. Nothing has been a detour. And if you feel you've gone off your path in some way, well, you've learned something essential from it. You have been growing and learning and healing and unfolding in your own right and perfect time. And the moment you can trust that, even just a little, your life starts to feel gentler, happier, and a whole lot more hopeful. So if this brought you even a moment of peace today, I hope you'll stay with me. Subscribe, like, and comment. And if you resonated with this video, I think you'll like this one. Why seeking your purpose actually keeps you from finding it, where I show how simply being yourself and listening to what feels right today can reveal your true purpose. And by the way, if you want the free PDF Soul Guide or the extra resources, just tap or click the word more right under this video and everything opens up for you. So until then, my friends, enjoy your holiday season. Remember to look at what's going right in your life. And also remember that there really is no one worth knowing more than you.